A 200-kilometer road ride isn't just a casual bike ride, it's a brutal test of endurance, strategy, and mental toughness. Your body goes through extreme changes. Your muscles burn, your heart races, and your mind battles exhaustion. But how exactly does your body react at different stages of the ride? And how do elite cyclists push through the pain? Let's break down the physical and mental challenges of this grueling journey. First, let's take a look at the different stages and body reactions. Number 1. Pre-ride, preparing the body. Success in a 200-kilometer ride starts long before the first pedal stroke. Carbohydrate loading and glycogen. Storage. Cyclists load up on carbs 24 to 48 hours before the ride. These carbs are converted into glycogen, the body's primary fuel source for endurance efforts. Without it, energy levels will plummet mid-ride. Hydration strategies and muscle priming. Drinking enough water and electrolytes before the ride prevents dehydration and cramping. Some cyclists consume beet juice for better oxygen delivery. Mental preparation. Visualizing the route, planning nutrition breaks, and anticipating challenges are crucial. Long rides are as much a mental game as a physical one. Number 2. The first 50 kilometers, warming up the engine. The ride begins and the body shifts into gear, heart and lung adjustment. As soon as you start pedaling, your cardiovascular system kicks into high gear. Your heart rate increases, pumping more oxygen-rich blood to your muscles. At the same time, your breathing deepens, ensuring a steady supply of oxygen to sustain your effort. Muscle activation and fuel burn. Your body primarily burns glycogen stored in your muscles, providing quick bursts of energy. This fuel allows your legs to feel powerful and responsive. At this stage, fatigue is minimal, and you feel strong, fueled by fresh energy reserves and optimal muscle function. Adrenaline rush. The excitement of the ride and the presence of other cyclists trigger an adrenaline surge. This natural stimulant increases alertness and temporarily masks discomfort. The group dynamic adds motivation, making the first stretch feel easier than it actually is. Number 3. The middle 100 kilometers, settling into the grind. This is where the real endurance battle begins. Heart rate, stabilization. Your body settles into a rhythm. The heart rate remains high but sustainable, and breathing stays controlled. Switching fuel sources. As glycogen stores deplete, the body starts burning fat for energy. This transition helps sustain effort, but feels sluggish at times. Mental fatigue sets in, the excitement fades, and the ride turns into a test of patience. Riders must stay focused, avoiding distractions or negative thoughts. Peloton tactics. If riding in a group, drafting helps reduce wind resistance, conserving energy. Smart riders take turns leading to avoid exhaustion. Number 4. The final 50 kilometers, survival mode. Now, the real suffering begins, muscle fatigue and lactic acid buildup. After hours of sustained effort, muscles become fatigued as lactic acid accumulates. This buildup leads to stiffness, reduced power output, and a heavy-legged sensation. Every pedal stroke requires extra effort, making even small inclines feel like daunting challenges. Dehydration and energy depletion. Without proper hydration and nutrition, your body runs out of fuel, leading to an energy crash known as bonking. This overwhelming fatigue makes movement sluggish, coordination poor, and motivation plummet. Every part of your body screams for rest. Mental struggles. As physical exhaustion peaks, the real battle becomes psychological. Negative thoughts creep in, and doubts about finishing arise. The pain is intense, but experienced cyclists push through using mental strategies, focusing on small goals and drawing strength from past endurance. Now it's time to discuss some of the key physical challenges. Number 1. Energy management. A 200-kilometer ride can burn between 5,000 and 7,000 calories, which means proper nutrition is critical. Cyclists rely on carbohydrates as their primary fuel source, but the body can only store a limited amount. If they don't eat frequently, they risk bonking, a state of extreme fatigue where the muscles and brain run out of fuel. To avoid this, riders consume energy gels, bananas, rice cakes, or electrolyte drinks every 30 to 45 minutes to keep their glycogen levels stable and prevent sudden energy crashes. Number 2. Hydration. Hydration is just as important as food intake. Losing even 2% of body water can cause a noticeable decline in strength and endurance. However, overhydration is equally dangerous, as it can lead to hyponatremia, a condition where sodium levels drop too low, causing nausea, dizziness, and confusion. Cyclists must carefully manage their fluid intake, drinking small amounts of electrolyte-infused water every 15 to 20 minutes to maintain hydration without diluting essential salts in the body. Number 3. Muscle cramping. Cramping is a common issue caused by dehydration, electrolyte imbalance, or overexertion. As the body pushes through fatigue, muscles struggle to contract properly, leading to painful spasms. Proper hydration, stretching, and pacing are key to preventing cramps and keeping the legs strong throughout the ride. Number 4. Heart rate regulation. Maintaining a steady heart rate is crucial in long-distance cycling. Pushing too hard too soon can cause early burnout, leaving cyclists exhausted before the final stretch. Elite riders use heart rate monitors to stay within their endurance zone, ensuring they maintain speed without overloading their cardiovascular system. By managing effort levels effectively, they conserve energy and finish strong. Mental challenges. Mental challenges can be just as tough as physical ones during a 200-kilometer road ride. Hours on the road can become monotonous, making it easy for negative thoughts and boredom to creep in. Many cyclists use strategies like focusing on the scenery, breaking the ride into smaller segments, or listening to music when it's safe. Discomfort and pain are inevitable, but experienced riders learn to manage them through mindfulness, deep breathing, and setting small goals to keep moving forward. Mental resilience plays a key role in overcoming exhaustion and doubt. Ride tactics and pack dynamics also help in staying mentally engaged. Riding in a group or peloton not only conserves energy, sometimes up to 30% by drafting, but also provides motivation. The shared effort and team strategy keep cyclists focused and encouraged. A strong group dynamic can turn a grueling solo struggle into a more manageable and rewarding experience. Now let's take a look at some of the recovery strategies. Number 1. Post-ride nutrition. After a grueling 200-kilometer ride, your body is depleted of glycogen, the primary energy source for endurance efforts. To recover effectively, cyclists must replenish glycogen stores with carbohydrate-rich foods like whole grains, fruits, and starchy vegetables. Protein intake is equally essential, as it helps repair muscle fibers that endure significant stress during long rides. A balanced post-ride meal, ideally within 30 to 60 minutes, speeds up recovery and reduces muscle soreness. Number 2. Hydration recovery and electrolyte balancing. Sweating for hours leads to significant fluid and electrolyte loss. Rehydrating properly is more than just drinking water. Cyclists need electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium to restore balance and prevent cramping. A mix of water, sports drinks, or electrolyte tablets helps replenish lost minerals and avoid post-ride fatigue. Number 3. Stretching, massage, and active recovery techniques. Post-ride stretching reduces stiffness and enhances flexibility, preventing injuries. Foam rolling or massages help loosen tight muscles and improve blood circulation. Light activities like walking or easy spinning on a bike the next day aid muscle recovery by maintaining blood flow without adding strain. Number 4. Sleep as a critical component of recovery. Sleep is the most underrated yet essential part of recovery. During deep sleep, the body repairs muscle tissues, restores energy, and strengthens the immune system. Cyclists who prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep recover faster, experience less soreness, and perform better in future rides. A 200-kilometer road ride is a true battle of endurance, strategy, and mental toughness. From heart-pounding starts to the crushing fatigue of the final stretch, every stage of the ride pushes the body to its limits. But with the right preparation, pacing, and mental strength, cyclists conquer this challenge and come out stronger. What's the longest ride you've ever done? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more cycling content. See you in the next ride.